Ọlọ́run ọba mo ṣe bá ọ. Mo ṣe wá gba tó fi lé ayé lọ́wọ́ o. Mo ṣe bọ́ lọ́kùnrin o, mo ṣe bọ́ lọ́bìnrin o. Ẹ fún wa lóde títò mí o. Ní ìrìṣà. Ọlọ́fẹ́ àdìmúlà olórí gbogbo ládéládé mo ṣe bá ọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ àgbà àgbà ibẹ̀ mo ṣe bá ọ. Ataọjà tó ní ìlú Òṣogbo mo ṣe bá ọ. Mo wá ṣe bá ọmọdé mo ṣe bá gbalagbà ọ. Yóò yẹ gbogbo àkálẹ̀ ọ. The alumni president, Osogbo Grammar School Old Students Association, the chairman of the 1980 set of Osogbo Grammar School Alumni Association, distinguished members of the alumni who coincidentally happen to be my mates. Yes, you attended Osogbo Grammar School, OGS. I have the same up school. I attended Oro Grammar School, another OGS. And we have similar slogan, up school, up OGS, up school. So I'm really happy to be in your midst. At least we were together in between 1975 and 1980 in secondary school. So it's a real privilege for me to be in your midst to chair this occasion. So I thank you for counting me worthy, and I'm not going to take it for granted. Let me first recognize our teachers, represented by the school principal. Yes, they sacrificed a lot. They molded us, they treated us, and they are working, they have engineered us, they have done so many things for us. Unfortunately, that profession remains one of the most ignored, one of the most neglected, relegated, denigrated, talk of anything negative. It is teaching profession, but the glory is there for you. You are going to reap the benefits of your labor here on earth, not in heaven. You will surely enjoy. So I'm using as a contact to all other teachers. We thank you for what you have done, and we thank you for what you are doing and what you will still do in future. So thank you so much. Beautiful Nigerian students, looking at your radiant faces, they all appear like the rainbow, and it gives me hope that Nigeria has a future. But that future lies with you. We never had the opportunity you are having now. Ours was more of theory during our time. These days, you are talking of vocational education, you are talking of teacher education, a lot of things. People are coming back to give to you. We never had such opportunity, and I pray you will take advantage of what will be given today. So, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting our time, I want to invite our August lecturer, Dr. Adebake. I know him fairly, but I know that he's cerebral. He's highly intelligent. He's a scholar, but very humble with it. I see him as somebody with small body, but with big engine. So I will say an evidence of that big engine this morning. So let me quickly invite my own professor. I'm not calling a doctor because an associate professor is already a professor. So I have the honor to invite Professor Aziz Adebaki to do justice to his paper. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to start by first observing the protocol. Yes, it has been established, but I would like to reiterate the establishment of that protocol. The president of the 1980 set of Osogbo Grammar School Alumni Association, the executive members of the association, distinguished alumni of Osogbo Grammar School across different varying sets, the chairman and members of the anniversary planning committee, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Baba Ugo. Am I right? the dedicated teachers of this great school, principal and management team of Oshogo Grammar School, parents and guardians here present, invited guests and dignitaries, and very importantly, the vibrant, promising students of Oshogo Grammar School. Up school? Yes. Up OGS? At least if I didn't pick anything here today, I'll pick up school and I'll pick up OGS. So up school? Up OGS? Thank you very much. Before I go into the lecture proper, let me say that it's a great privilege for me to stand before you this morning to present the 45th anniversary lecture of the Oshogo Grammar School. And when I received the invitation to speak at this ceremony, I felt not only humble, but deeply inspired by the commitment of the association to give back to the school in such a meaningful way. 45 years is not a small journey. And if we have to measure it 45 years ago, little children here, I'm sure maybe some of our parents have not even met some 45 years back. But these are people who felt that after 45 years they should come back and give back to their alma mater. The journey marked by growth, perseverance, resilience, and shared pride of individuals who once sat in the same classroom. Your presence here, decades later, speaks of the solid foundation this school has laid and continues to lay for generations of young minds. The decision to celebrate this milestone, not only with yourself, but also by investing in future of your alma mater, your alma mater is truly commendable. The thoughtfulness in including a lecture for younger generation shows your deep desire to light the path for generation coming behind you. The school leadership and teachers, I salute your sacrifices and your daily commitment to nurturing these young people into responsible, confident, and capable adults. And to the students, our stars of today and leaders of tomorrow, you are the reasons we are here today. You are the focus of this conversation. You are the future we are preparing for. And I must therefore tell you that the world you are stepping into after school is changing at a speed we have never seen before. You are living in one of the most exciting yet challenging times in human history. New opportunities are emerging every day. Jobs that existed last 5 years will not exist in the next 5 years. Entire careers are being reshaped by technology, innovation, and the global economy. But do not let that scare you. Instead, it should inspire you. Because no matter how much the world changes, one thing remains constant. Young people who prepare themselves early will always rise to the top. And it's on that note that I want to say that the future will not wait for you. Rather, you must prepare for that future. And I'm still coming back to that, really. I just want to give this preamble, at least to observe the protocol and then recognize a number of people who are here. At this juncture, I must acknowledge the topic originally proposed by the organizers of this event, which is career expectation and skills acquisition today, a psychotherapy for young adults. While I appreciate thought and intention behind the topic, which shows that the organizers care not only about what the students achieve, but about how they feel and who they become in the process. A careful examination of the theme of this anniversary, the nature of today's audience, and the core purpose of classification to the title for clarity, accessibility, and maximum impact on the students. With that said, let us begin the journey into conversation about your future, your choice, and the skills that will help you stand out in a rapidly changing world. By the end of this lecture, I hope you will leave this hall with a clearer sense of who you are, what you want to be, what you want to do, and the steps you can take to start now. Even as students, to ensure a successful future for yourself. Now, having said that, I'll not go into my lecture per se. But again, before I do that, let me especially thank Dr. Oliowo for nominating me and my co-guest lecturer as the speaker at this August event. And I must say that she has decided to put me in a garment that maybe will be too much for me. Yes, I mean, whatever she has said to the glory of God, but I must say that she's a very good sister and we have gone a long way. Thank you so much, ma'am. Can we display the lecture, please? Ladies and gentlemen, I pray you in the audience to move close to my real audience. And maybe I can say my generation. I think we will move close to them. It will be... I will not feel so comfortable standing. And if we are looking into the future, of course we are also looking into the future. For that future, the question is that how prepared are you for that future? Next slide, please. How prepared are you for that future? What are the instruments that you need to use to navigate your way into that future? Can anybody say just one word or maybe one sentence to tell me your preparedness for the future? You tell me your class and then tell me your preparedness for the future. Yes?
My name is Elisa. You have to pass. Just please. You have to by knowledge.
Read by girl. She was girl too. I think it's called now. Let me be gender sensitive.
My name is Adinka. I am just by educated.
Oh. By being
Educated, yes.
Fine, yeah, by being educated. Okay, let's talk about that. One of the instruments that you can use to prepare for the future is by being educated. And when we say education, education is not limited to the four walls of the classroom. I don't know. What are other things that you can do apart from reading and writing? What are other things that you can do? Yes. Yes.
We can also make research.
You can make research, okay? Other things, apart from reading and writing, tell me something different from schooling. Okay.
By listening to lecturers.
By listening to lecturers, okay? Hello, girl.
And skills.
Baby, please clap for her. Now, when we say hand skills, it means what you can do with your hands and for being creative. Maybe you can weave, you can plait hair, you can barb, you can sew, once again, you can manipulate IT gadgets, all of those other things, apart from you coming to school. In the recent time, there is this saying by young people that school is a scam. Let me warn you, school is not a scam. Don't follow them to believe that school is a scam. School is not a scam. School is to reshape you. School is to refine you. School is to remodel you. Do you understand? So don't train them to believe that school is a scam. But coming to school is not enough. What did I say? Coming to school is not enough. You have to go beyond just coming when it came up to say, Lord, what you want. You have to develop necessary skills that will help you in the future. And that is what we are discussing here this morning. Yes? Please, I'm going to class. Now, the career path and preparation strategies. What do we mean by this? There are different things that you can become in life. But rather than asking you that, what do you want to be? I want to be a lawyer. What do you want to be? I want to be a doctor. What do you want to be? I want to be an engineer. All these our fathers and mothers, they have been all they want to be. For you, the question you should be asking yourself is that, which problem do I want to solve for the society? That is what will determine what you want to be. Leave what you want to be aside. Think of what are the problems I have in my immediate community? What are the problems in my state? What are the problems in this country? How can I contribute to the development of this country? When you think through all of those, then you will know that, okay, at the end of the day, and you develop yourself as a person like that, you know, okay, this is what I will become. To be able to solve that problem. But don't think of what to become first. It's like we are putting the last to be the first. Think of the solution you can provide to the contemporary problem challenges of the society. This will now inform what you want to be on. The next slide, please. But then, if you know what to become, if you have not the problem, identify the problems that you want to create solutions, you want to provide solutions, then you have an idea of where you are going. The next thing will be, what are the strategies I need to map out to be able to get to my destination? And that's why my lecture this morning is going to be in that two folds. One, what are the opportunities that you have in the future? Two, what are the strategies, what are the skills that you need to prepare yourself with to be able to fit in to the future ahead of you? Are you following? You can become whatever in the future. But to do that, I asked you the other time, how prepared are you? Somebody said to be educated, to be this, to be that, fine. One thing that you need as ammunition that you can use to navigate your route into the future is to have some form of to explore academic path. What do I mean by that? You need to go to school. You must go to school. You must not be forced to come to school. You must see reasons why you have to go to school. And by that, young generation can benefit from understanding academic pathways and their relevance to the future careers. I told you the other time that if you identify a problem, take for instance, you discover that the way our mechanics, maybe your dad takes you to a mechanic workshop one day, and you discover that the way this man is struggling to repair one part or the other of the vehicle, maybe the engine and all, that this man is stressing himself too much. How can I help him to get these things done better than what he's doing now? And you begin to see, okay, if you don't do this, what if we do it like this? Then you now prepare yourself by studying a related course to that. And what will be a related course to that? Mechanical engineering. You are going to school to study mechanical engineering because you feel that the way the roadside mechanics are handling their mechanical work is just being too strenuous. But you want to do it seamlessly without adding to the problem. Then you go to university, study mechanical engineering, go and have professional certificates, and go for special hands-on training on how to do all of those things. It means because you have decided that you want to be a solution to a societal problem, that's why you have decided to become a mechanical engineer. That is an academic path to your destination. If you want to become, okay, you see that in the community where you live, there have been various land disputes. There have been several cases of disputes, maybe among family members, among community members, and they have been taking themselves to family house almost every time to settle one dispute or the other. And you feel that, okay, how best can we be more civilized about this? Rather than shouting on ourselves, oh, the shaking, how can we settle this amicably without being chaos? What can you do to solve that problem?
Reflection.
What can you do to solve such problem?
No reflection.
There has been disputes within the family or within the community. It could be on land, it could be on any other thing. But you see that rather than settling issues amicably, they will end up maybe having physical exchange, and at the end of the day, they will take everything to the family house. The elders in the family will sit them down and then settle them, okay, you want to visit them about anything, you want to visit them, what again can you do to have a better arrangement? What academic paths can you go into to have a better arrangement without chaos, without, yes, okay.
Survey and geotechnics.
She said law, very good. If you read law, okay, you have a better way of handling such problems, and you have a better solution to it. Because you will know that for you to say you own a property, there must be proper documentation, so that your children and your children's children will not come later in life and begin to fight over it. Do you understand? These are some of the things that need to come through your mind from time to time, and that's what will now inform what you want to do. First of all, think of a problem. What is the problem around me? What is the problem in my community? How can I provide solution to that problem? The moment you know that, okay, this is the problem, what are the solutions to it? How can I be an agent of change to those problems? That will now inform you on what to do and the strategies you need to map out to navigate your way through that. Then two, technical vocational insight is also very important. And these are options, and they are crucial for youth aiming to align their skills with market demand. There are several technical and vocational areas that we have today. And if you say you want to go to school to read law, to read medicine, to read engineering and all of those, fine, no problem. But there are some other areas that are also very lucrative. Very, very lucrative. Somebody has mentioned fashion the other time. You can own a fashion house by yourself. You can own a fashion house. You can own a salon. And when I say fashion house, I don't mean just a small shop somewhere. You can have a very big fashion house where you will be fashion consultants to government, to companies and the likes. So you have to think through it and think big. But what is big starts what? Small. Do you understand? So you also need to look into some of these technical and vocational areas that are also very lucrative. Then again, digital economy opportunity. The digital economy offers numerous career options that require strong understanding of technology. These days, I had a man the other time saying that you belong to the digital age. That digital age and they are analog. I can even tell you that they are calling themselves analog, and whether they like it or not, they are finding their way to the digital corner. But whether you like it or not, you will use phone. Even if you say you don't want to use system, you don't know how to use system. The phone you are using is also a technology. But your own generation, when your mother conceived you, they conceived technology. When they delivered you, they delivered technology. When they were nurturing you, they are nurturing technology. As you are growing, technology is growing. Do you understand? It tells you that into the future, in fact, there are things that in the last 10 years, we did not see them, we did not even know about them, and they are happening today. Now you start to estimate what will happen in the next 10 years. And add 10 years to your own age. In the next 10 years, just add 10 years to your age and answer yourself, what will be my age in the next 10 years? Add additional 10 years to me, what will be my age in the next, after that, till you become a full-grown adult. You see, technology is reshaping everything now. You can be in your house and know, as I am here, I can know what is happening in my house with technology, and I'm right here. Stop. You can be in Osogbo and know what is happening in Lagos. You can be in Osogbo and in Nigeria and know what is happening across borders. That is the work of technology. Now you need to prepare yourself along this line. How will I not be phased out when the technology grows beyond what I have to do? It means as technology is growing, you should also grow with it. You must prepare yourself to grow with it. And that's part of the readiness that I'm talking about. You have to prepare yourself for that future. So that when the future comes, you will not be put aside. The last thing, you need to understand your strengths. You need to understand what? Your strengths. When I say strengths, I mean you need to know which subject am I performing best. Am I good in mathematics? Am I good in English? Am I good in social sciences? Am I good in the sciences? Okay, if I am good in this area, what are the opportunities along that line? Because if you go for a career that suits, that aligns with your strength, it makes it so natural and stressless. You will learn with ease. If you are good in the sciences and maybe you are good in biology, for instance, chemistry, physics, or let me even take physics. You are good in physics, very sound in physics and mathematics. Any engineering course will be easy for you because that's the foundation. If you are good in physics and mathematics, anything engineering course will be so easy for you. If you are good in English and literature, very sound in English and literature, when it comes to speaking, then you become a master. You just develop yourself along that line. Now, exploring strengths in relation to emerging career opportunities that I talked about this. Go to the next one and talk about that. Now, another very important thing is mentoring. You need to look at somebody as your model. You need to see somebody you'll be looking up to on anything you are doing. And how do you do this? One is that guidance from experienced professionals. Mentors will provide you with valuable insight and guidance, helping you navigate complex career landscape. Again, it will expose you to it gives you exposure to role model who will inspire you as a young man to strive for excellence in your chosen career. And lastly, mentorship will expand your vision, it will encourage you to explore diverse opportunities. What am I saying with all this? Don't mind all my English. Let me explain. Let me use very small English so that you understand. If you are looking at me as a teacher, and you are somebody who likes to care for people, there are two major professions that you can go into. It's either you go into teaching or you go into medicine. If you like to care for people. Now let me take teaching for as an example. You like to teach. Look at somebody who is a renowned teacher. Even at your secondary school level, look at the teacher that you love so much. Who whenever he or she comes to your class, by listening to his or her lecture, you get everything he or she is saying very well. You understand, and anytime you ask a question, he or she will explain to you comprehensively. And you can be sure that after the class, you will get everything that he or she has taught you. Beyond teaching, you may like the way of dressing of that teacher, and that also, reflect on your own dressing way. Second thing you can look about your role model. Look at somebody that you want to see ahead of you and say, I want to be like this person. Since I have decided to go into that career, this is a model I want to use. And by the time you move on up to university and beyond, you'll be taken after that person. This is what my oga has done, and this is how he has done it. Okay, let me follow his footsteps. You do it, even you can introduce some innovation to whatever you are doing, fine. But then that model will have given you, will have exposed you and opened your eyes to where you can go. Are you following me? Are you following me? Up school? Oh, yes. Okay, good. Now, the factors that influence your career readiness. The factors that influence your career readiness. One, I just said that you need to have somebody you want to look up to as your role model. Then another thing is that you must have a career path exploration. If you decide to, you have identified a problem that you want to be a change agent or a solution provider to that problem in your community or in your country. Now, it's now time for you to explore career pathways within the confines of that whatever you feel you want to do. Then again, it's important for you to prepare very early. Don't wait until you leave secondary school. You can start preparing today. You can start preparing when? Today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Because that tomorrow you are seeing, you will not wait till tomorrow we keep on going forward. And you'll be running after it. Don't go. You'll be running after that tomorrow. So start preparing today. So that when the tomorrow comes, you will fit in. And there will always be another tomorrow. It means your preparation must continue, and you must continue to develop yourself. Do you understand? Yes, sir. The other thing is that look into emerging opportunities. There are quite a number of opportunities that you can tap into. Is it technology? Is it in the sciences? Is it in the commercial? Is it in the arts? Think of anything at all. And whichever discipline, whichever career path you have chosen to follow, mind you, ICT is a key thing in any career today. It means that whatever solution you want to prefer, think of how to do it technologically. Because the use of technology makes your effort seamless. Then lastly, you need to understand the technology of the future. The technology of the future. In the last few years, in fact, some 10 years or more, what our fathers and mothers here know was dictionary. They will buy pocket size dictionary. Some of them will have a very huge dictionary in their bookshelf at home. But today, how many of you have even seen dictionary before? That big like that. How many of you have seen it before? Are you sure? You are even lucky, honestly, you are lucky. Maybe your parents have them, Abby. I need a book, that big book, called dictionary. You are lucky. And for our children now that they don't even know that book again, that dictionary that we used to know is going out of fashion. And what do we use today? You want now like only ChatGPT. Yeah. somewhat getting out of it. Now you are using artificial intelligence. You are using artificial intelligence. And I'm having somebody mention ChatGPT. But mind you, as students, you should not abuse the use of AI. You see, AI has come and we have to live with it. And another of fact, AI is a good thing. It's not bad in any way. But the usage will be bad. For instance, many years back, there was nothing like automatic vehicle. Today we have automatic vehicle. As a matter of fact, it's only in Nigeria that we are even still talking about automatic vehicle. What is the kind of vehicle that is current now in the world? Electronic cars. You don't even need to buy fuel. So that is where technology is taking us to, and we have to be prepared for this. So if we are talking about dictionary many years ago, what we are talking about now is AI. Now you are talking about AI. If you don't prepare yourself without AI, something else is coming in another 10 years. So, Jenny told you the dictionary on your phone. So you have to look forward to the next thing. You don't know what that's going to be, but there will always be the next thing. Do you understand? Okay. Now, we have explored several opportunities that we can have in the future. But the problem, the question now is, how do we get there? What do we need? What are the instruments that we will use to navigate our route into that future? And that's why we're talking about the essential skills for the future workforce. The workforce that you will belong. The workforce that I will have retired, I will have become an old man. You see, all these our fathers, they are getting retired. They are getting retired. Even another 5, 6, 7 years, they will be retired. Maybe my generation will still be there for a few more years, and by the time you will be coming or that in your place, I will have become an old man. Because we are alive. In good health. Yes. Now, what are the days when you say that you have to know how to do this with your hands, do that with your hands? What we need now that can lead us into that future are what we call soft skills. What did I call it?
Soft skills.
Soft skills. You now ask me, you got some these skills and you are calling it soft. Today, is there any link between that two words? You say something is soft and you are calling it skills. Soft skills are transferable skills. They are innate skills. This is not something that anybody will teach you per se. And this is not something that you have to live on to. It's something that you have to develop yourself. And this goes across every sphere of life. With soft skills, you can become anything you want in life. Anything at all. With soft skills, you can solve any problem. Are you following me? Yes, sir. Up school? Oh, yes. Up school? Oh, yes. Now, what are these soft skills that we're talking about? What are they? The first I will mention is critical thinking and creativity. Critical thinking and creativity. These are skills that can lead you to success in life, regardless of the career path you have chosen. You must cultivate critical skill thinking and creativity to thrive in the evolving job market. You must think out of the box. You must be innovative. You must be creative. Then again, in a rapid changing class, a creativity solve problem. Creative problem solving is essential. You must know how to solve problems creatively. Now, in your office, in your shop, in wherever you work, there are issues that require instant solutions. You have to take out the boss to know how to do it. Yes, there could be a traditional way of doing it, but sometimes traditional way may fail. So if that happens, what happens? Will that be the end of life? So you have to think through it and create solutions to that problem. So you must be innovative, you must be creative. Yeah. Then there is what we call emotional intelligence and collaboration. You have a friend. That your friend is an introvert. He or she doesn't talk. She will just be going on her way. And you are so lively. You can relate with. Does that mean that gentle boy, who is your friend, does that mean you should not relate with him because what you do that? Does that mean you should not relate with him? No. You must learn how to admit people. You must have what we call emotional intelligence. And you should be able to collaborate with people. Working alone can take you to some point, but working with people can take you very far. If you say you are the one that wants to be doing everything, yes, you can get them done. But what we do with your own effort alone cannot be compared to what we do with effort of 2, 3, 4, 5 good eggs. Are you following me? So you should know how to relate with people. You cannot be on the same trade. One may be an introvert, the other may be an extrovert. Yet you have to work together in the same workplace. So you must learn how to understand individual differences. And you must also learn how to use that differences to aid your collaboration with them. Do you understand? Yeah. Let's go. Then, very importantly, I keep on mentioning this. Digital skill is very, very important. Regardless of the career path that you have chosen, you must learn the related or relevant digital skills that will make your work seamless in that career path. Because you must develop digital literacy to adopt the emerging technologies in the workplace. Again, you must use it to open doors for online learning opportunities. During COVID, all of you were in school now, in 2020. How did you learn that period? Àbí kò sí lẹ́yìn ìmọ̀ ká ti balẹ̀ ní COVID. How did you learn? Online. Before COVID, did you know that there was something called online? So COVID has exposed us to online learning. In the next future, we don't know what will happen again. So we must always be prepared. You can see that in our country, during that COVID, for the first few weeks, we did not even know what to do, particularly in the education sector. We didn't even know what to do because we were not used to it. But in the advanced country, almost immediately they shifted to virtual classes. Because this has been part of their engagement before COVID. It was easy for them. Then again, there was this issue of digital divide. They have better opportunities to computers, internet, and all of those. But for us, okay, we want to have a phone when we're shooting now. Did you use a point for? I'm telling you, you call a point for. Okay. There was something called a point for in my state secondary school. How are you? Okay. So the point I'm trying to make is that in the developed world, they have access to some of these digital But for us, we still struggle with it for some time before we now, okay, we can do this. We went as low as using WhatsApp for teaching and learning during COVID. But the point we are trying to make is that online or digital literacy can help you to do anything you want to do seamlessly. And as a result of that, you have to prepare yourself. You have to know applicability of digital facilities and digital equipment in whatever career you have chosen or that you will choose in the future. Then again, okay, this is a summary of everything that I've been saying. You can see that essential skills for future success. You have critical thinking, you have emotional intelligence, you have digital literacy, collaboration, creativity, and so on. There are still so many others. But I want to just for you to pick on this and then work on them for you to prepare for the future that is ahead of you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
A standing ovation for our guest lecturer. Round of applause, please. This is it. But okay, it was been upgraded now to mighty engine, not big engine. Professor Adefaki, we thank you. We thank you and we thank you. We hope we'll retaliate when available. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have listened to our guest lecturer. He has actually done justice to this topic in a simple and understandable way for our children. We can see how he related with them, and we can see smiles on their faces all through the lecture period. No doubt we have done a good work here today. I am not going to recap what he has said because our audience have actually understood me.
If you have the passion to create a particular innovation of technology, but you don't have a supportive parents.
Next question.
What if you have a particular skill that has not been invented?
There is.
That has not been invented.
Invented. Wow. Wow. That's a serious one. Yes, third question.
You mentioned finding solutions to things in our societies. So my question is, what if the things in your society is not related with the course or the department that you are in? How are you going to do?
Thank you. We appear not to be gender sensitive here. The boys are not coming up, or because sorry, I wanted to say Oshogo Grammar School is largely against secondary school now because I can see cabs and the boys are not in school. The boys are not asking questions.
What if you have a particular thing you love doing, but your parents are opposing it, that they are not supporting it?
Okay.
I wouldn't really need technology.
Why do you really need technology? Why do you really need technology?
I will not give you a straight answer, but I will give you an analogy. In your house, do you have a wall clock? Do you have a wall clock? I'm talking generally now, not for how you do. Generally. Do you have wall clock? You have wall clock. Okay. Do you have another maybe wristwatch? The wall clock you have is the type that used to count from 1, move round to 12 a day. Okay, do you have another one that is not in that, is not analog, so to speak? That is maybe 1, 2, 3. 1 figure, 2 man, you man, just making land. Do you also have something like that in your house? Okay. Now, what is the difference between the two? Shape and keep on car, we have to take. Okay. Yes, you want to say something? No, that boy. You want to say something?
That
That one is like counting through, and that one you see the time. Like if somebody did not know how to watch how it goes, so it will see it in the physical watch.
Okay. You see this first example, I will give a second example, but this first one. If you want to learn how to read time as a child, which one is easy to teach a child? Is it the digital or the analog? It's the digital. Because the digital will show you 1.4. That is 104. 4 minutes after 1. 10 minutes after 1. But the digital, you still need to calculate and move, know that when it is here, it is this. When I was learning, I can still remember now, but we don't move out because we don't move out. That was how we learned. But you are not learning like that today because it's a digital world. That is one. The point here is that it makes learning easy. Now that is one. Two, if you are moving from your house, but let's assume you live. If you live in Ayeko or you live in Elisha Garage, do you all know the places? Yes. Elisha Garage and Ayeko. Yes. Are they so close to this place? No. They are not close. Let's take it to be that your house is in Elisha Garage and you are coming to Oshogbo Grammar School every morning. How do you get here? Do you trek? Do you use bike? Do you use bus? Why do you use bike and bus? Why don't you trek? Yes?
So it's because it is easier to get past to school. So it's stressful.
It's very good. So technology has removed that stress. He said it's stressful. It's technology that removed the stress. Because if you leave home by 5 a.m., I don't know the route, so like I start with. Now, you wake up and start trekking from 5 a.m. for you to be able to get to school before 8 a.m. Getting to school by 8 a.m. go with married. So technology has removed that stress for you. It means technology makes life easy. Do you now see two reasons? I've just given you two out of so many. Can you now see the reason why we need technology? Yes. The person that asked that question, can you see the reason now? That's just two out of so many. Now the third question is on society not related to the cause. Okay, societal problem not related to the cause. There will always be a solution to a problem. Now, you are looking at the answer. You are not starting from the question. I did not say that you should look at cause first. Look at the problem you want to solve first. It is your own problem that you want to solve that you look at first. Then that's what will now give you an idea into how you can solve it. And as part of those things you can use is to read a course that will help you to solve that problem. So it's not the cause that will come first, it's the problem that will come first. See what are the problems in the society. And when I say society, I did not mean, or when I say community, I did not mean your locals alone. Remember in the future, if even now you are not competing or you will not be competing with your colleagues in Oshogbo or people in Lagos and Oshogbo or Abuja, you are competing with children across the globe. With the use of technology, you will be in Nigeria working for a global company. And that same company, you have in their employment people from several clients, from several countries, from several nationals. And you both be working in the same company. So your Grammar School. It's not with your friends in Osogbo alone, or in Osogbo and if you are Lagos. No. You are competing globally. You are competing with your peers in China, your peers in India, your peers in the US, your peers in the UK. Those are the people you are competing with. So don't look at yourself as that small boy who is just competing with one SS2 friend. No. See yourself as somebody who wants to compete with your peers in the US, with your peers in London, your peers in China, your peers in... If you see what children are doing in China these days, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. So, see it from that angle. These are the people that you will compete with in the future. Then the second question, still not yet invented. Well, if it's not invented today, there will be something that will be available today that will be a leading point to what will happen tomorrow. I just started instance of dictionary to you now. Before we were using dictionary, there was nothing like taking dictionary on phone. Later, there were dictionary apps. You have to download dictionary app, and that was when the app was phasing out small. Now, you don't even the app is not useful again. What we use now is artificial intelligence. And somebody has mentioned ChatGPT to me. And ask, what is it that you want to get that you cannot get at the tip of your fingers? Just punch your keyboard and you see that anything you want to get at all will come. So if those things are not yet invented now, your preparedness will make you fit into them in the future when they are invented. If you don't know how to use phone, you don't know how to use computer, can you use even the AI we are talking about? So the first thing is for you to go and learn how to use computer before you can even talk about using AI. So somebody who did not know how to use computer, does not know how to use phone, does not know how to use any technological gadgets, we should not be talking about AI to that person. Because the basics are not yet there. Until you have the basics, that's the preparedness for the next level. So you have to make sure that everything that happens now, you are into it. And that will be your step to what happens in the future. The non-supportive parent, okay, this one needs caution. We will not say that you do not listen to your parents. You have to listen to your parents. But know that as you are seated, or let's say as our fathers here are seated, what they can see from afar, when you are climbing the tree, you may not see it all. That's why you need to listen to your parents, because they are experienced. They have exposure. Whatever you think you want to do, sometimes as a child, you may think this is good for me, but your parents know that the route you are going may lead to destruction. Every parent knows the kind of children they have. So if you say supporting in this context may need caution in defining it. What you can say that, okay, this is what I want to do. I have a boy. One of my uncle, he said, the boy is actually my own nephew anyway, he said he wanted to go into sports. As far back as the time he was maybe early secondary school. The father now said, you can go into anything, don't worry, but you have to go to university. The way the boy was taking it at that time, he was not ready to go to any school. Everything ball, anything big, like this national ball, he does not even want to listen to it. But you know, as parents, they know that, yeah, you can be a professional footballer, but the way you are going about it is not the way you should go about it. And the father was very serious with the boy then that, no, you play football, don't worry, but go to school first. You go to university next. After that, as you are doing all of those, you will still be playing your ball. But the ball was not ready to listen. He just wanted to go into soccer. I want to play. So you can see that when your parents are telling you that this is what you should do, they know what they are saying. what you are saying. So if that is what you now describe as being supporting, then I would say that you should take caution, listen to what your parents are telling you, explain to them what you want, and seek guidance from them. They are in the best place to advise you and to guide you. And if they don't have the expertise to guide you, they can refer you to somebody that can guide you very well along that line. Is that okay? Is that okay? And God also be healing. Professor in that area. Do you understand? If you read medicine, for instance, what does medicine have to do with English? And you can become a professor of medicine. If you read education, you can become a professor of education. You can become a professor of anything. But if you want to be a professor of English, English is compulsory for you. Not just to pass at O level, not just to have C or what is the requirement at O level. Beyond having a pass credit at O level, you must follow it through to the university, know the nitty-gritty of English. And do you know that even English has specialties? There are several areas of English. So if you also want to read English, you will even have an area in that English that you are an expert in. Not just English as an umbrella word. Do you understand? So English is not really an issue. If you want to become a professor, it's a professor of whatever career that you want to be, that you need to be. We have a question here that we really cannot understand. Maybe the owner of that question can just quickly explain or see me after this program to have explanation to that. Thank you very much.
Now from the 1986, our questions now. Yes, sir.